already established how important a knife is for bushcraft, but it's also really important that your knife is kept as sharp as possible. My favourite way of doing that is to use a Japanese Waterstone, which has a coarse side, which is the dark red, and the mustard coloured side is actually a much finer grit. Before a Japanese Waterstone can be used, it has to be soaked in water. So we just put it in water for a couple of minutes. The water helps to prevent the pores of the stone from clogging up with pieces of metal, and it also helps to lubricate the blade so it runs smoothly over the top. After a couple of minutes we can take the stone out of the water, and the next thing we do is to use what's known as a Nagura stone. This is rubbed on the sharpening stone in order to create an abrasive paste. Once we've established our stone, it's wet and it has the paste on it, the next thing we need to do is to position the knife. Now this is a single beveled knife, and what I'm going to do is first of all place it flat on the stone and very carefully tilt the blade until the edge of the blade is flush with the top of the stone. Very carefully, with a firm but not too heavy motion, push the knife away from you, maintaining even pressure over the blade. As you get towards the tip, just lift slightly so that the tip of the blade also gets sharpened. If the stone looks like it's getting a little bit dry, sprinkle some more water on the top and carry on. You can really tell by the sound if you've got this right. It should be a very smooth sound. You can also look at the edge of the blade and see from where it's polished if you're sharpening the correct angle. Now to do the other way, I just reverse the exact same principle, bringing the blade towards me, under control, taking great care as always. Once we've done one side with the coarse stone, give the stone another soak, wipe off any paste. This side we'll be using the mustard coloured stone, which is the least coarse. This will give us a much finer edge, so we continue to sharpen the knife in exactly the same way, but this time the sound is very different. Because we're not using a coarse stone, it's more of a polishing action than an abrasive action. This gives us a very, very fine edge that we can use for all of our bushcraft tasks. The problem with the Japanese Waterstone is that it is quite heavy, so unless I'm going somewhere where I'll be in close proximity to a vehicle, I'll normally take another option with me. This is a DMZ diamond hone, and this is used in much the same way, but it's a much lighter option. The DMZ diamond sharpening steel has a steel plate which is impregnated with industrial diamonds. These lightweight sharpening steels are a very effective way of maintaining the edge on your knife while you're away from civilization.